What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the New Paltz Sports Network, your home for all athletic news and updates for your New Paltz Hawks. I'm your host, Lamar Matthews, and I'm a senior wing on the men's basketball team. Every Monday, 7:30 to 8 p.m. on WFNP 88.7 FM, we will speak with our athletes from all sports here at SUNY New Paltz. I will be bringing on student athletes here to give them a chance to enlighten us on what goes on behind the scenes of their success and give them the platform to help you guys better understand them and their sport experiences at New Paltz. Nevertheless, be sure to tune in, and I hope you enjoy. Don't forget, there's only one. We good? What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to episode 7 with New Paltz Sports Network. I am your host, Lamar Matthews from men's basketball, and we got a good one coming today for you guys. It's really good to be back in the hosting mix after a long basketball season, but I'm glad to be back. Last week on the show, we featured women's softball player Ella Chirac, and this week we are serving up a men's volleyball player for you guys. Only in his second year here at New Paltz, but has already proved himself to be one of the best players in the conference. Today on the show, we feature sophomore phenom Nikko Tenedorio. How are you feeling, bro?
Happy to be back.
Happy to be back, yes, sir. All right, before we get into the interview, we're going to take a quick PSA break.
Ranger Station, Ranger speaking.
Hi, I'd like to report a bear sighting, as in Smokey Bear.
Continue.
I was burning yard waste. He told me to remember that if it's too hot to touch, it's too hot to leave.
You know, 9 out of 10 wildfires are caused by humans. That means 9 out of 10 wildfires can be prevented.
I know that now.
Thanks to me.
Actually, thanks to Smokey.
Get your Smokey on. Always burn responsibly and contact your local fire department for open burning regulations. Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service, your state forester, and the Ad Council. Learn more at smokeybear.com.
Only you can prevent wildfires.
Confessions of a Potentially Perfect Parent, brought to you by AdoptUsKids.org.
I know more about cooking dinner for a party of 12 than about packing a lunch for a 12-year-old. I know kids like things like fish sticks. Fillets, I get, but sticks? Maybe we can just compromise on mac and cheese. Can you make that with Brie?
You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. There are thousands of teens in foster care who would love to put up with you. Call 1-888-200-4005 or visit AdoptUsKids.org for more information. A message from the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, Adopt Us Kids, and the Ad Council.
And we're back with another episode of New Paltz Sports Network on WFNP. And we're back. So, Nikko, you guys have been on a real heater as of late, knocking off 2 top 5 nationally ranked opponents in Springfield and in Stevens. What has allowed you guys to be so successful this year?
At the start, we had a pretty rocky up and down to some of the starts of the games. But we've really honed it at practice. We made a pact with ourselves. We were like, all right, if we want to get over this hump, we want to keep pushing towards a UVC championship. We want to host. We want to win a national championship, so we have to get over that hump. And when we were coming around to that Vassar game, I feel like that's when we got over that hump, because the Hudson Valley, the battle between Poughkeepsie and New Paltz. And when we went into that gym, we just were like, all right, let's just play our volleyball, have fun. And that's exactly what we did. And we went in that gym pretty quick and came out very, very happy. So after that game, I feel like we got over that hump, and then going to Springfield, results showed.
Yeah, that's fire. Definitely. Do you think that mental fortitude has been the difference between this year and last year for you guys?
Without a doubt, yeah.
Definitely.
The history between Charlie Sullivan, head coach from Springfield, and Radu is very tense. A lot of tension there, from us beating them in 2016 in the national championship, and then them beating us. From there on out, we've also never beat Springfield. Our record against them is pretty bad.
Really?
And that was like the 4th or 5th time in Radu's history of coaching that we've ever beat Springfield. So it was really nice.
That's fire for sure. And you recently have earned another UVC Conference Player of the Week. What has allowed you to continue your momentum from freshman year coming into your sophomore year?
I gotta give it to my teammates. I mean, they always, like, yeah, we could joke around, but they always hold you accountability. Like, they always, like, make me want to be better. They tell me if I'm doing something wrong. They tell me if I'm doing something right. But I will let you know they never let me get off easy.
Yeah, you
they will never allow it.
You definitely need that, especially like accomplishing something like that so early. And speaking of, last year as a freshman, you racked up quite a few accolades, all region, all conference, newcomer of the year. Like, what did that mean to you to be able to do all those things in your first year of collegiate sports?
Yeah, I mean, it was pretty awesome
Yeah.
to see all those accolades. I mean, I just said to myself I was going to work hard. I don't care what anyone has to say. I'm just going to do my thing. And, my freshman year showed. So I was hoping to really push that forward and keep it going throughout my next 3 years. And this year has been great. It's been awesome.
It's been showing for sure. Yeah. And you kind of touched on it a little bit last question, but with accomplishing all of those things as a freshman, what has helped you to make sure you stay motivated to continue getting better and trying to raise that bar as high as you can?
My mom and dad, actually, they really strive for me to be the best I can. Like, I'll tell my mom and be like, I had an injury in my elbow in the beginning of the year. And I wasn't allowed to go to the gym. Mom was like, so do push-ups. So do this. So do that. And I was like, but Mom, I can't. She goes, well, can is not a
word.
That's not allowed.
Not an option.
You can always do it. Fight through the pain. And I was just like, okay, Mom. I was like, I'll try.
Yeah.
And I just keep striving myself, and I just keep pushing.
That's fire for sure. What would you say made your transition to college volleyball so smooth, or were there some rocky moments in the beginning?
There was definitely a lot of rocky moments. Coming to college, I did not know how to hit a back row ball.
Really?
I did not. And Radu was like, if you want to play, you have to be able to hit a bic. So I went to an early practice session at 11 a.m. with Tony, our assistant coach. Okay. And it was just bic after bic after bic.
Just drilling it.
Just drilling it into my system. And then our Princeton tournament in November came around. I remember. And I was hitting every single bic, and I was getting a kill on every single one. And Radu was just like, where did this come from? And I was just like, well, you installed it in me. Like, you yelled at me that I had to hit a bic.
Yeah. Would you say, did that, open up your game? Or, did it do something, for you mentally?
Yeah, it did. Because it made me more confident behind everywhere. Hitting outside, hitting a bic, serving, digging, passing, everything. And from there on out, I just knew Radu had his trust in me. And when I know he has his trust in me, it just, helped me.
It helped you.
I was like, all right, I'm going to go on all cylinders. He won't mind if I make a mistake. Yeah. And then it lowered my mistakes because I wasn't scared.
It wasn't scary. Yeah. That coach's belief really does it just empowers you.
It definitely, yeah.
And speaking of being able to play different spots, we've seen you play many spots on the floor, and you serve as well. What is your favorite part of that? And were you always an all around guy coming up?
I've always been an outside, so I kind of always do everything.
Okay.
But my favorite would have to be if you're in a fifth set game, it's close, and you get a big block. That's always a big momentum pitch.
Yeah. And you guys closing in on regular season. I want to say 5 games left, maybe 4 now.
Oh, 4, yeah.
4 games left. What are you guys focusing on most as you head into conference play?
We're focusing on the minor aspects of the game. We don't want to be complacent. We want to keep all the simple volleyball intact. We don't want to be like, oh, we're this, oh, we're that. We're nothing yet, as we say. We're nothing without any playoff run, because we could be this good and then go to playoffs and lose first round. And that's not what we want to do.
Yeah.
And, yeah.
And I would say, to piggyback off of that, you guys are, just knocking off national ranked opponents. I know, that can kind of creep in we can be natty champs. We can be we're the top team. At some point that starts to creep in. What are you guys doing every day to just keep yourselves grounded and taking it to make sure you guys keep it game by game?
Yeah, I mean, beating Springfield and Stevens, that was the first time we've ever beat Stevens in their gym.
Really?
Ever. And it's definitely a big morale booster. but we also say, yes, we beat them, but without the playoffs, it means nothing. So we want to keep ourselves level-headed and not be like, oh, but we did this, oh, but we did that. We didn't do anything. It's once playoffs comes around, that's when it matters. Yeah.
I got you on that. Why the number 10?
So I was a big soccer kid growing up, and I always clashed with my dad because my dad's 100% Portuguese and Portugal. So Ronaldo. And I was like, all right, I'm going to be a rebel. I like Messi.
Okay.
And number 10, I was just always number 10. Like, I always wanted to be Messi. And then it stuck with me. And, yeah, throughout my whole career.
High school as well?
Actually, high school, a kid on my team who was older than me got 10 first, so I was 15 for my birthday.
Oh, that's fire. Yeah.
I kept that through high school, and then college, I was like, nah, I want 10.
I got you. Nah, 10's fire. It's just a smooth number for sure.
It is, yeah.
All right, well, now with that being said, we're going to pivot over into some game recaps and updates. Like we said, men's volleyball went 2-0 on the week, knocking off Nikko's on Wednesday and Nazareth on Saturday. They walked away with a 3-0 sweep this past Saturday, and while at it, we honored seniors Chris Jane, Luke Hoffer, Daniel Shanley, Matt Toplansky, and Mike Handel. Congrats to those 5 on great college careers. The Hawks will be back in action this upcoming Monday, hosting Edgewood College in the Hawk Center at 7 p.m. Women's lacrosse went 1-1 on the week, taking a monster win over Manhattanville this past Wednesday with a final score of 23-2, but dropped a tough game to number 14 in the country, TCNJ, 17-5 on Saturday. The Hawks will look to bounce back this upcoming Wednesday as they go on the road to New Jersey to take on Keene University at 4 p.m. Women's softball participated in the Margie Night Tournament this past weekend, where they picked up wins against NYU, Carnegie Mellon University, and the University of Lynchburg. They will be back in action this Friday at Purchase College at 3 p.m. Men's baseball went 2-1 on the week, picking up wins against Bard College and Westfield State while dropping a tough one to Keene University. They will be back in action this Tuesday at Montclair State at 3 p.m. And with that being said, let's get into this week's top 3 plays.
Welcome to SUNY New Paltz's Top 3 Plays of the Week, presented by the New Paltz Sports Network. Kicking things off at number 3 with men's lacrosse, Killian Yombor takes the defender one-on-one and rips a low lefty bounce shot to the opposite pipe. Coming in at number 2, we've got women's lacrosse, Sam Wilma, who scoops up a loose ball and takes off, charging straight toward the goal and buries it for her first career goal. Lastly, coming in at number 1, Dan Shanley in men's volleyball comes in with the fake out, tricks the blockers, then dishes it out to Jeff Tenedorio, who finishes the play. Thanks for tuning in to SUNY New Paltz's Top 3 Plays, presented by the New Paltz Sports Network. We'll see you next time. Make sure to tune in to New Paltz Sports Network Mondays at 7:30 p.m. on WFMP 88.7 FM or live on our YouTube channel.
All right. And as we said earlier, we celebrated Senior Day for men's volleyball this past weekend. Can you touch on the seniors and what they've meant to you and your development as you are, like, you've been with them for 2 years now?
Yeah, our seniors are great. Ever since I came here as like on my recruit, they were sophomores, and they always took me, and they were like, because I knew them prior a little bit, and some of them they were super friendly to me, and then my freshman year coming in, they basically just took me under their wing and taught me everything, and they just been nothing but spectacular. I really am gonna miss them so much, and I wish them the best for their future. But yeah, they're definitely gonna be missed.
Definitely. Is there are there guys you've been able to take pieces of their game, or even the knowledge they share with you and implement it into your game? Any specific guys out of that group that's really been vital for your development?
Oh yeah, for sure. The two that's been the most is Krish and Dan, I would say. Dan has taught me a lot, growing into the program, and same with Krish. They've just been, ever since I was a freshman, they've been just they wouldn't yell at me, but they would be like, you have to do this, like, you got to
to.
do that. And I would be like, okay.
Yeah.
And, like, they would just, like, make sure, like, it was implanted in my head.
They say they seen they seen that potential in you,
Yeah,
definitely. Yeah. It's always good to have those type of teammates for sure. All right, with that, we're going to get into a quick little segment. Call it Start Bench Cut. I'm sure you probably know what it is.
Yeah, I've heard this before.
So we'll start in volleyball terms. Start bench cut. Game-winning shot, or not game-winning shot. Game-winning kill, game-saving block, or a clutch assist.
Okay, I'm gonna cut clutch assist.
Okay.
And then, I'm gonna bench, game-saving block, and then
Okay.
I'm gonna start the game-winning kill.
I'm sure. Yeah. We've seen a lot of actually just seen the game-winning kill from you this past week, so I figured you'd go with that one.
That Springfield one was.
Hey, you were fired up. How was that?
That was a good one. That was a good one. As soon as I saw that set come to me and I saw like open court, I was like, I'm hitting this ball as hard as I can.
Yeah.
I don't care what happens. And then when I saw it like hit the floor, I was like, oh my god.
Oh my god, you did it.
I was like, you did it.
And like those like game-winning moments, cause like I don't want to like make it about me or anything. Like, did the like game like slow down for you? Like,
yes.
Is it like it's just like everything happens in slow motion, right? Like,
Yeah.
It's so crazy.
I bet when you hit that 3 on Plattsburgh.
Yeah, it's like everything like went so slow in that moment,
Yeah.
and then like when you see it like hit the ground or like go through the net, it's like, yo, I just did that.
Yeah.
Like,
We're like, wow, I just beat the number one team in the country.
Like, yeah, like that's so fire, bro.
Yeah.
All right. Next one. Start bench cut. Home games, away games, or neutral site tournaments.
Cut, neutral,
Neutral site.
bench away games,
Bench away.
and start home
Love
games.
playing at Dog Center.
Yeah.
We be fired up. It's the best place to play for sure.
Yeah, but that's low-key a tough one because the bench with the away games, I love a good away game where they have a good student section.
Really, you like chirping the crowd a bit?
It's not even chirping. It's just like if they're like trying to chirp me and I just like they can't.
They can't.
And it's just a great feeling.
I feel that. All right. Start bench cut. Morning practice, after class practice, or a late night game.
Late night game.
Late night game.
All right, definitely cutting morning practice.
Okay.
No morning practice. I'll bench after class practice and then start late night game.
You like playing late, bro?
Yeah, I kind of do because like
Can't
throughout the
do
day,
it.
my
I
body
can't,
just
bro.
like slowly gets ready for it.
So you're ready by like
Yeah.
7, 8. You're ready to play.
Yeah.
Nah, I can't. Those 7:30 games were so tough during the week. Like,
Really?
Cause we practice at 3:30. So like when we have like a 5:36 game, that's like perfect. But like
Yeah.
7:38, it's like I'm ready to sleep. Bro.
I get that. I get that.
All right, this will be the last one for volleyball. Start bench cut. Speed, strength, or IQ.
Ooh. I'm gonna cut strength.
Okay.
I'm gonna bench speed and then start IQ. Because if you're going against a hitter that has the highest like hitting IQ, you can't do anything.
Can't do anything.
Can't do anything.
Yeah, from what I've watched of volleyball, watching your games, watching Lola play and the girls team play, like it seems like it's like a chess match at times. Is that true?
Yes.
Like it's like more mental than it is physical.
It's 1,000% more mental. And like if you have power, yeah, it's good, don't get me wrong, but if you have speed, those quick tempo runs that you run with the middles or like the shoots to the outside, the blockers will be late every time, and then if you have the IQ for it, then you can find the spot for the ball.
I'm gonna say like with that, like when you're on defense, are you kind of like trying to guess? Are you guessing where the ball is going, or like
It's
do you
all,
know?
It's like all reading.
All reads.
Yeah, so like we have a system where you block cross court and leave line because like line is a pretty hard spot to swing at, and all I do is I just watch the shoulder of the hitter, and as soon as I see the hand
where
turn,
the hand goes,
I read and I just come flying.
That's fire. And then like, what is that like? You probably got like a split second to make that read.
Yeah,
that's impressive, bro. That's fire for sure. And then last one, start bench cut. Chick-fil-A, Chipotle, and McDonald's.
So I'm cutting McDonald's.
Cut McDonald's out of there.
Yeah. Benching Chipotle.
What?
And I'm starting Chick-fil-A.
You're taking Chipotle over Chick-fil-A?
No. I'm benching Chipotle.
You're benching Chipotle?
Yeah, and I've started Chick-fil-A.
Nah,
I'm not a big fast food guy.
Really?
I'm not a big fast food guy.
I don't hate it, but I think I would rather have Chipotle than Chick-fil-A.
Fair enough. I'm a big Qdoba guy.
The Qdoba. Okay. I understand it now. But that is all we have for Season 4, Episode 7 of the Sports Network. Nikko, it's been great having you, bro. Thank you for coming on.
Thank you for having me.
Be sure to vote for the Hawk Athlete of the Week on @NewPulseHawks Instagram story and website. Click the link and vote for who you think had the best performance of the week. Voting starts every Tuesday and ends at 11 a.m. on Wednesday. Stay tuned to our Instagram story for when it will be posted. For more information on upcoming games, recaps, or news in the athletic world of New Paltz, be sure to follow @NewPulseHawks on all your social media platforms and subscribe to our YouTube as well. Thank you for tuning in, and be sure to come by next Monday. We are always live from 7:30 to 8 p.m. on WFMP 88.7 FM. I'm your host, Lamar Matthews. We got Lola Canopa on the board, and Nikko, and we will catch you guys later.